In this demo video, we explain templates and how to use them. A template is a prepared form where you can register some fixed values like producers, waste materials, carriers, and processors in advance and already sign them. Both the user and the driver can use a template to easily launch a correct, completed, and signed identification form. This is useful for certain routes or identical loads that you or your drivers need to carry out frequently. A template can be created by a profile with the user rights. This through the tab Templates at the top of the table with the overview of identification forms. You now arrive at an overview of all templates already created. We can create a new template by clicking on Create Template at the top right. On this new screen, we see an empty identification form. We start by filling in the name, which we want to identify the template with within the app. Also, we can add notes for additional information. These notes will also be filled in at the bottom of any form created through a template. On this template, for each of the organizations, producers, processors, organizers, and carriers, we can enter one or more organizations. We do this by clicking on the blue button at each item. For example, for a producer, we click on Add Producer, and in the new screen, we fill in all requested fields and click on Save. And this way, we can also add a second one. We can do the same for processors. In this example, we will add 3 different processors. And then we fill out our own organization in Organizer. And we add a carrier in the tab Transporters. Also for waste materials, we can create multiple types. Here it is necessary to already link a waste to the correct processor if multiple processors are entered on the template. For the second one, we'll add 2 possible processors. After filling in all the fields, we click on Save or Check at the top right like a normal form. If you have filled in all the required fields, you can click on Sign at the top right. The template is now signed. As a user, we can now easily create a form with a few selections. You will be given a choice between the number of producers you have entered, the waste, and the processors. Note that the list of processors is already limited based on the linked waste. The best thing about this functionality is that you can also already share this template with the driver through the Action button and drivers. The driver of multiple drivers, if you have designated several, are then going to be able to create their own form that has already been signed by you if they have an account with the correct rights as a driver. Important to know, the accuracy of the identification form created still remains a responsibility of the creator of the template. If we now log in as a driver, with whom a template is shared, you will see that at the top in blue, it says Create Form. This button allows a driver to create their own signed form based on a shared template. That way you don't have to share it with the driver each time. This obviously only works for transports that are regularly the same. The driver then still has a choice to select the correct template and is then given the same selection options until the form is created. Now the driver has created its form and can start its transport. Hopefully, this will allow you to work even faster with waste identification forms. Good luck!